So in the one chapter, one session, today we are going to reflect on my favorite chapter, one of the favorite chapter, that is the 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Today we want to discover who am I, and we have to be little prepared for today's chapter because Bhagwan is going to bowl 200 miles per hour bouncer and googly, and it may hit us. So we have to be carefully listening what Bhagwan is telling, and very, very attentive, very intellectual chapter. So let us prepare ourselves for this reflection on the 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Let us sit straight. Head, neck, backbone straight. This is a position where the energy flow is maximum. Ideal for any sadhana. Be still and know God. That is what Bible says. So keep the body still, especially the hands, legs and eyes, because they keep moving constantly on behind the screen on different medias. So we must lock the hands. And that's the reason they recommend ideally we must shut our eyes. Half of the world disappears when we shut our eyes. Let us go deeper and deal with our mind by withdrawing it from all experiences, all content of experiences till now. What has happened till 7:30 today, Sunday morning, let us let go, keeping only the learnings with us. Mind is accumulation of thoughts, body is accumulation of food, and we are not the accumulation. Let us withdraw our mind from all future anxieties, worries. If I actually am having little faith on God, I have no worries, anxieties for the future, what will happen. And today Bhagwan is going to reveal us something very, very interesting. Let us focus on our breath, a very interesting, important tool given by the God. Whatever is very simple, available here and now, we are not aware of it, like breath, space, Atma, our own self, God, here and now available. Breath is always detached, fresh, in the present moment. So let us take a deep, slow, conscious breath. When we become aware of our own awareness, that is realization. Whatever lingering thoughts are there, they vanish when we chant loudly. So let us invoke God's grace and Guru Parampara's blessings. Om. सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thank you, Manisha. So today we are going to reflect on the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, that is the Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Very, very intellectual chapter. As we know, Bhagavad Gita is expansion of the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. The first 6 chapters deal with who am I primarily, other topics are there. The next 6 chapters, which we saw till last session, primarily focus on nature of God, powers of God, vibhutis of God, and the 13 to 18 chapter are on the relationships. Very beautiful chapter. We have to pay attention, take notes, and if any questions are there, you can post. By the way, thank you very much. Many people have responded on my personal WhatsApp on difference, the shift between before this knowledge and after this knowledge. Thank you very much. But there are many who have not responded. Maybe they have already realized Brahman, so they cannot write that I am Brahman now, and Brahman cannot speak. So you can write, earlier I was a human being, now I am being human. But I must focus on my inner shift. And when we introspect and write and give, there is more clarity. And then we can also keep in the mind what is not yet shifted, which we want to shift. So today Bhagavan is going to shift us completely. So please sit properly, because he may take away the chair or carpet on which we are sitting. Because when the carpet is taken away, then we don't know where we are sitting and whose lap we are sitting. So with that background, we will focus on this very subtle chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. So the chapter name is Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, distinguish today itself between the knower and the known. Very interesting. Morning to evening, I've been telling I am sad, I am happy, I did this, I am this much, this is my age, I am feeling this, I am doing this, I am thinking this, I am understanding, I am not realized, I am realized, I am like this, I am like this. But on whose behalf we are talking, that I, that Bhagavan is going to focus on that, who am I? And then with that, Bhagavan is going to tell us who is Bhagavan. So very, very interesting chapter. Again mentioning, take a deep breath and listen carefully as is a summary. Our speed might be slightly higher. So there are 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita, it has been said, but actually there are 701 verses. This verse is not considered as part of Bhagavad Gita because actually it is not part of Mahabharata. Or Shankar Bhashya also doesn't mention about this verse because this was added by Madhusudan Saraswati ji, because the chapter is very subtle to understand. So he wanted to give a kind of overview and in a form of question. So Arjuna uvacha prakrutim purusham chaiva kshetram kshetrajnam cha. So here 6 topics are enumerated. So Madhusudan Saraswati ji thought that it is better in the beginning itself, people know before we begin this chapter, because once we know this 6 topic, it becomes very easy to understand what it means. So what are the topics? What is Kshetra, field? Then who is the knower of the field? That is Kshetrajna, a very important question. What is Jnanam, true knowledge? And what is Neyam, what we should know in life, not what is happening in the neighbor's house, not somebody who is, lost job, or, something happened. That is okay, that is information. But Bhagavan is going to declare here that this, if you know, then it is called as Neyam. That is the goal of human being, that we must know this. What is Purusha and Prakriti? Because Bhagavan has been using these terms in Bhagavad Gita. So sometimes, there are synonyms we will find, but it is used in different context. So before we go to the answer, we have to have some introduction about this chapter. Name of the chapter is Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. So we have to separate something. We have to distinguish between two things. No, I remember my mother used to give me that, earlier. Nowadays it is not there, but there is, rice and white stones. So we have to separate. Then very difficult to separate milk and water. Oh, you can boil, but then it will be evaporation. But this is the most difficult separation. So we will see what separation Bhagavan is talking, and the Bhagavan is saying that moment you separate this, you will realize. Distinguish between the field and the knower of the field. Why? Why should I? I am interested in distinguishing what color, this color I like, or I'm not able to even distinguish what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. But suddenly you are asking me to what is a field and what is who is the knower of the field. Why? Because both have got mixed up. How they have got mixed up? By superimposition. This is the most difficult thing. Adhyasa has happened. one thing has got superimposed on other. It is very easy to separate marbles from water if they are mixed up, because both are separate, nature is separate. But here one is superimposed on other, so it is, and they are looking as one only. So this is a very difficult separation. What is the result of this? What is the result of this mix-up? Result is limitation and suffering. If we do not separate, constantly I will be thinking something, doing something, feeling something, activities, relationship will keep happening, but there will be suffering, there will be sorrow, there will be always some limitation I will experience. What is the cause of this mix-up? The cause of this mix-up is I do not have the knowledge of the knower. And that's the reason the knower and the known have got mixed up in each other. So what is the solution? Bhagavan says, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga. Separate the knower from the known. Here and now. How? By having the knowledge of the nature of the known and the knower. That is what this chapter is going to give us. So before we go again, there is a third verse which is going to come, which is the highlight of this chapter, Bhagavad Gita. That is a Mahavakya. But to understand that, we must understand some laws of known and the knower. First law of knower and known. The knower and known has to be different, are different. Right now, you are listening to me through a laptop or mobile phone. This laptop or mobile phone is different than me. Very clear knowledge. So I start with that separation. The chair sitting, I am sitting on the chair. That chair is separate than me. I am the knower and the chair is the known. Knower cannot be known and vice versa. So the knower cannot become the known. So I cannot become the laptop or mobile phone, and the mobile phone cannot become the me. Now these laws, when we understand, when Bhagavan is going to declare what is field and what is knower of the field, then we should remind and go back, and then the nature and the separation will happen. Knower is one, known is many. Thank God there are many forms, colors, but eyes are only there, vision is only one. There are so many tastes, but tongue is only one. And tongue doesn't change with the taste. Suppose I see blue color doesn't stick on my eyes. Thank God Bhagavan has made that. Suppose some sweet taste come on my tongue, it doesn't remain there, it goes off. Then I can taste another taste. That's the reason, people when they go for perfume, then they will give you a coffee. You smell coffee, then you smell another perfume. Then you smell coffee, then you smell another perfume. Because after one perfume, suppose I am smelling another perfume, then I will not be able to separate the smell. Knower is not affected by the qualities and properties of the known. Thank God. This is what we were discussing. That the tongue remains neutral, the vision remains neutral. So many colors, so many forms, so many tastes, so many touches, but it remains neutral, not affected. If it starts getting affected, then we will not be able to experience. Because when we say my experience of the world is what? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Only 6 things. Now I want to have this experience, this bucket list, that experience. Basically, it boils down to Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. 6 things. Knower can know known. Known cannot know the knower. Thank God. Because if just now, just look down where you are sitting. If you are sitting on a sofa or chair or bed or down, if the chair, bed, sofa starts knowing you, will say, get up. Your weight is more than double. Why are you sitting giving so much of weight on me? Thank God the known cannot know, and that is the difference between the knower and the known. The knower is sentient, the known is inert. The knower is changeless, known is changing. And that's the reason they say enjoy the changing world, but seek the changeless. Why? Because I am that changeless. For any knowledge to happen, these are introduction for this chapter, because without this introduction, Bhagavan directly goes into a very subtle topic then it's not very easy to digest that and understand that. For any knowledge to happen, four prerequisites are there. There has to be a knower, which is called as a pramata. Then there has to be a known object, prameya. Then there has to be a knowing, valid means, pramana. Right now, this hand. Are you seeing this hand? Yes. This hand, the means for you to see the hand is your mobile phone or laptop. But suppose you change the means, the knowledge changes. Right now, you cannot see. I've actually put, one black dot there which you cannot see. Once you come nearer, then that black dot will seen because the medium has changed. The knowing has changed. Suppose you take a microscope, you will see viruses and bacteria on this. So, very important point. When the means change, the knowledge changes. So, some people say, no, 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 I want to see God. There is no God. But eyes are not the means to see God. Ears cannot hear God. God cannot be touched. Otherwise, it would have been very easy. So we have to have the right means. And what is the right means? Bhagavan is going to say in that Mahavakya. Knowledge is the right means. Jnaneya mukti. Knowledge, and then prama happens. Then I say, oh, I know this. And then some people without knowing this say, no, no, whatever I know, it is the truth. My opinion is the opinion. This world is like this, people are like this, relationship are like this. This is my opinion. No, this prama is called as right knowledge. If the means are not appropriate and this is not understood, then it leads to Brahma. Brahma means faulty knowledge. And then if that also, I'm sleeping right now, some people sleep and attend, and suddenly then they say, no, no, I went into Samadhi. Then Ama happens. Ama means no knowledge. I listen to so many things, but no knowledge takes place. So knowledge means right, clear knowledge. Ya pashyati, sa pashyati, Bhagavan is going to say. Seeing things as they are, not coloring with my filter of mind, senses, intellect, memory. So with that, we will go to verse 2. Bhagavan says, Idam shariram kaunteya. Now we have to pay attention. Kshetra mithyabhidiyate. So what is kshetra? Etadyo vettitam prahu kshetrajna iti tad vidyati. So we'll see kshetra means field, body, shariram, that which perishes. Oh, that I knew. This body is called field. And that body is in Sanskrit called as shariram. Shariram means that which perishes, which is not going to remain forever. Thank God. Otherwise, it will start smelling. Perishes. Because it has come from the earth, it will become top layer of the earth. Because it is body's accumulation of food, it will become food to another. Perishes. That is called as the field. Oh, so my body is the field. Okay, this world is the field. Why it is called as a field? Because in field, when we sow the seed, the plant comes, fruit comes. So this body is actually a field where action takes place. For every action, there will be a reaction, and that is called as a tendency, vasana, because of which we take different births. Because all are not fulfilled in this life, so they remain, they go to the next. So where there is an action, there will be fruit of action. So it is called as a field. Otherwise, Bhagavan would have said only body. Why Bhagavan told Shariram? Because why Bhagavan told Kshetra? Now we have to remember, because Bhagavan is again going to distinguish what is Purusha, Prakriti, etc., etc. And here we are going to do some mathematics, K1, K2, etc. So you have to pay attention. And who is a Kshetrajna? The knower of the field. Oh, so whatever I know, that becomes the field. And the knower of that becomes the Kshetrajna. So the eyes are seeing the world. So eyes become the Kshetrajna and field. Then the mind knows the eyes. So mind becomes Kshetrajna. Then I am the knower of the body. So I am the Kshetrajna, and all body, senses, mind, eyes, world becomes the field, the known. Knower of the field is I. Yes, that is very easy. Why you're saying it is very difficult? I know my body if it is paining. I know my body when it is well. I know my body is fat. It is not reducing its weight. I know this, my eyes are paining. I know I have understood. I know I have not understood. I know I. No, I know I am not realized. I feel that I am in bondage. I. Who is that I? Oh, that is called as Kshetrajna. Who is the knower of my body, mind, intellect, memory, world? So, but what are the conclusions of this? The implications are very high. Suppose we understand this. The first is so I am not the body, mind, intellect, memory, like the laptop and mobile phone. Oh, I am not the body because body is the knower. Known, I am the knower of the body. So I am separate than the. So Bhagavan says, today itself you separate. That I am not the body, not the mind, not the intellect, not the memory, not because I say so. Because of the law of knower and known, the knower has to be separate than the known. Oh, I am different and above. So whatever is happening in the body, mind, intellect, memory world, it is not bothering me. No, no, whatever happens in the body, it bothers me. So today, from today, we have to say, no, no, it happens in the body, mind, intellect, memory in the world. I will take care, whatever I can, but it is not bothering me. It is not affecting me because we saw the law number third and fourth that the known cannot affect the knower. I am having the body and mind. Oh, now it is changed. Not that I am the body and mind, but I am having it. I am having a mobile phone. I am having a shirt. I am having a relationship. I am having world. I am having a body and mind. Gone. Separation happened. I am unattached to the body and contents of the mind. As we saw, accumulation of thoughts and feeling is equal to mind, and accumulation of food is equal to body. But I am not the accumulation, I am knower of that. Oh, this much it is clear. But now we have to ready. Now we have to be ready. Please take a deep breath because Bhagwan is going to come with 200 miles per hour ball, season more difficult ball. And then beneath our feet there is a carpet. He will take that carpet away. So in Vedanta, we don't remove doubts, we remove the doubter only. Yeah, yeah. So till now, what I've understood in the second verse, I am the knower, I. We have given one name to that, I. But we must be more interested from today in I than the known. Till how much time we'll be interested in known, known, known. This chapter says that know the knower. That's all. So this is a Mahavakya we must by heart, by heart, by heart. Very, 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 very important verse. And in that first part is the most important verse. Because here Bhagavan straight away is going to say something. So now, till now what we have understood, okay, the field is the body and the body, mind, intellect and the world, the known. And I am the knower of the body, mind, intellect and the world. But Bhagavan here says that Kshetrajnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Oh, means what? He is telling us, no, no, no. I am the Kshetrajna in all bodies, in the entire world. I am the knower. Oh. And if you know this, Kshetra Kshetrajna yor jnanam, yattat jnanam matam mama. Baki sab ignorance information hai. No, no, I know mathematics, physics. I have traveled 97 countries. I know so many things. No, no, that is not jnanam. This is the jnanam which will remove shoka, moha, bhaya, krodha. Fulfillment of life. Suppose I separated here and now. So I am the knower, singular, not many, of the field in all the fields. Bhagavan, in second verse you say, I understood I am the knower of my body. But now you say you are the knower in all bodies. In my body also you are the knower. Now we have to pay attention. Full attention now because this if I get, I can separate. If you are the knower of the field, then who am I? Suppose you say that you are the knower in my own body, then I must know all bodies, but I know only my body. That also I do not know. Suddenly the heart attack comes and I say there are 3 blocks, 2 blocks. Till that time I do not know what is happening in my body. The BP is increasing. I do not know only till the machine is there. Inside how much the blood circulation happening, how the intestine is digesting. No idea. But then you are saying you are the knower in my body. That means there has to be two kshetrajna. Now we have to pay attention. Are there two kshetrajna? There cannot be two knowers because I don't experience it if I sit, close my eyes. No, no, I can only experience I as the knower. I'm aware of the body, I'm aware of the mind, I'm aware of the intellect, I'm aware of the world through senses. But now you say You are the knower. If there is only one knower in all bodies, then what? Either you are there or I am there. So now there is a doubt. Then you are a jiva, you become sansari, you was transmigrating from one jiva to another problem. If you become the jiva, then you are the jiva. Because I don't experience that I am Ishvara. And suppose you say that I am you, then why are you asking me, Bhagwan, ye sab dhyan yog karo, bhakti yog karo, karma yog karo, purify yourself, study, liberate, and I am you only. So now there cannot be two Kshetrajnas, two knowers, but Bhagavan, you are saying that I am the knower in all bodies. So then who am I? You know, all the Jamila, drama, relationship, this, that, I'm building up. And then you're taking one card of that bungalow. You know, Guruji gives this example. You know, we used to make that bungalow cards one after big bungalow. And then one card, if you remove, all bungalow collapses. Similarly, all the drama, what we are creating, this, that, Bhagavan is saying, no, no, I am you only. All drama gone. So either there must be absence of Jiva or absence of Ishvara. You please tell me clearly now. How can there be two knowers? So now we have to understand by one example what we will take this statement, because this statement is a Mahavakya. What is a Mahavakya? Where there is a relationship given. Aham Brahmasmi is a Mahavakya. Wherever there is a relationship, it becomes Mahavakya. So let us take example of real sun, reflected sun, reflection of sun in water in the bucket. So real sun is pure consciousness, K1 now. That is real Kshetrajna number 1, K1, that is the illuminator. And the reflected sun is I, knower. Kshetrajna number 2, K2, conditioned consciousness, reflected consciousness, ego, pramata, what we saw. And that I have given a name, common name is I. Then what is water? Water is the mind and intellect and memory on which this reflects, because there has to be a reflecting medium. And what is a bucket body? Oh, so the real sun, Bhagavan is said that I am the illuminator, you are the knower. In English, it is not very easy to understand this difference. So now from here we will say K1 and K2. K1 is the real knower, Kshetrajna, and then English name what we can say, illuminator. The real sun is there, constantly there. But there are thousands and thousands of buckets in that water is there. And there are thousands of suns. So everybody say I. But that is reflection of the sun. And when the water is still and water is pure, this reflected sun says, looks up to that sun, because now the attention goes from the bucket and other buckets. Now our problem is that my attention is on my water bucket and other water. No, that bucket is better. This bucket is old. This bucket is young. This bucket is not real. That bucket is not real. Is ignorant. No. When that water becomes still and pure in that bucket, this reflected sun says, oh, I am actually that. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the real sun, Kshetrajna number 1. And this Bhagavan says, Yattar Kshetra Kshetrajna Yor Jnanam, Yattat Jnanam Matam Mama. This is the knowledge what I must have today. Who am I? Kshetra Kshetrajna Yor Jnanam, Yattat Jnanam Matam Mama. This is the real knowledge of separation. This distinction between the illuminator, the knower, and the body, mind, intellect, and world. So body, mind, intellect, and world is Kshetra. The knower of that is the Kshetrajna number 2. That is the ego, I notion, whom I consider I am happy, sad, Jiva, Bhava. And the illuminator of that is Kshetrajna number 1, real one. Bhagavan says real one means you are not there only. You are illusory, like that mirage water. Why are you thinking you are that Mani Mama? Not existing. What is the realization? I am the illuminator K1 and not the knower K2, because when the known goes, the knower also goes. When the world goes in the deep sleep, the knower of the world also disappears in the deep sleep. Result, liberation from all limitations and sorrow. Ah, what a joy. The illusory I gone. And so much drama I am doing around it. I. Without asking who is that I, Bhagavan says, I am that I. And whence that this I realizes that I, that Ramana Maharshi says, Aminashabha Jayamaham Taya Spuratirut Swayam Paramapurna Sad. When there's illusory I, Manonasha, dissolves, there is another I emerges. This is what exactly he was talking. Okay, understood, Bhagavan, that about the two Kshetrajna, one illusory, one real. But please tell me about Kshetra. Still now, the interest in on Kshetra, its nature, its origin, its modification. So Bhagavan says, okay, I will tell you about Kshetra. 24 elements plus 7, everything Bhagavan removes. That is what, this is where we have, Bhagavan removes the carpet below our legs. Whole that bungalow we make of our imagination on this, that I will make suddenly one, I only Bhagavan removes. So what is the Kshetra? 24 elements plus 7. 5 elements, 5 objects of senses, 5 sense organs, 5 organs of actions. That is 20. One mind, one intellect, one ego, one prakriti. That is 24. And then Bhagavan is not satisfied with it. He removes other thing also. Ichha, dvesha, sukham, dukkham, sanghata, chetana, dhruti. No, sukha, dukkha also. That also is Kshetra. That is field, and you are the knower of the field. Oh. Then hatred also is belonging to Kshetra. Desire also belongs to Kshetra. The I notion also belongs to the Kshetra, Bhagavan says now today. So earlier we had two Kshetrajna, now Bhagavan removes one Kshetra, that is illusory, that is us, and puts it into Kshetra. Oh Bhagavan, you made me zero. I think I was a hero. No, so much Bhagavad Gita knowledge I have. No, that is all illusory. That is belongs to Kshetra. As Ramana Maharshi says, that knowledge and ignorance both they have no significance to the knower, because knower is beyond knowledge and ignorance. Till now I was thinking I am hero, Bhagavan. Today we have to say, no, Bhagavan, you are the real hero. You are only there in everything. Very, very important. Till I don't make this statement, I will not dissolve. The illusory I will not dissolve. I am not any of the above, but I am the illuminator of above. So if I am the illuminator of above, why I do not know? Bhagavan says due to avidya, because of ignorance. Because I am ignorant that I am actually Amitabh Bachchan, but I think I am Vijay in Sholay picture. And this Vijay in Sholay picture has got superimposed with Amitabh Bachchan. Very, very important example to understand. Because the movie is superimposed on the screen, I am missing the screen only. So we have to separate the movie and the screen, which cannot be separated, but intellectually by knowledge, not physically. So what is avidya? Non-apprehension and misapprehension of who am I, Gurudev says. Very, very best, perfect description of avidya. I don't apprehend who am I in reality. Then I misapprehend myself. No, I am this body, I am this mind, I am this person, I am a man, I am a woman, then I got married, then there are children, then this entire world, and there is a relationship, then sukha, dukkha, ichha, dvesha. Bhagavan says, all that is Kshetra, you are the knower of it. Ichha, dvesha, sukham, dukkham. So how to clean up avidya? Bhagavan, please tell me quickly. Use appropriate detergent. So what is a detergent? We all know this detergent. There are different detergents for different products. For Pitambari is there for brass vessels. Lysol, I am not promoting this, is there for floor. Ariel is there for clothes. Dettol for hand wash. And then Lux soap. No, I don't use Lux soap. I use, some other Pierce, a transparent one. for that body. But for this, removing this avidya, we have three detergents now. So what are the three impurities? First impurity is mala, six vikar. It goes by karma yoga is the detergent, purification of mind. Even though I know that I am the aham brahmasmi, aham atma, gudakesha, no difference because these malas are there. How to remove? Karma yoga. Process, less self actions, higher ideal, devotion. What is the second? Vikshepa. Mind is constantly agitated. Right now, I'm not able to listen to this. I'm reading newspaper. I'm looking what is the WhatsApp coming. I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at here. I'm thinking of the breakfast, lunch. Mind is. And that's the reason from tomorrow evening, we are going to see 40 verses of Hanuman Chalisa. Many people read Hanuman Chalisa. By heart they know, but day-to-day detailed meaning we do not know because it is in Avadhi. So why I took up this here? Because Hanuman is symbolic representation is a monkey and monkey mind. And monkey mind is restlessness and attachment. And Hanuman is exactly opposite of it. Total self control, total mind control. So my invitation to you is that make it big because we are already expecting more than 100. So not only you must get 10 more people, and today please send it to at least 10 of your groups and call up because it will be a life transforming experience when we see detailed Hanuman Chalisa which will culminate into Hanuman Mela 1st of February. Process, repetitive action, japa, upvas, parikrama, tratak. We can use any because mind has to be concentrated. When I'm having tea, I'm having only tea. When I'm talking, I'm only talking. Avarna, veiling, third impurity that goes with self-knowledge. Purification of thought, erroneous notion goes. What is the process? Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasanam. Okay, understood. Kshetra Kshetrajna. What is Jnanam now? Jnanam means knowledge. Knowledge purifies the mind. That is the knowledge which purifies the mind. So the question we had put, assignment, that this knowledge, what has it purified? What impurity has shifted in me? If I am not aware, then this knowledge is becoming a load. Then it will become Dukrun Karne. I will chant, I will learn Sanskrit, and I will go into Sanskrit details, but no change in me because the detergent is not working. So now Bhagavan has given 20 detergents here. 20 detergents to purify the mind. The moment the mind is purified, I will realize my own real nature. What are the 20? Will go through quickly. Amanitvam, absence of over self-estimation. This is where Hanuman name comes. Hanuman means one whose chin is broken. Hanuman has no abhiman or apaman because his man is with Lord Ram. Some people think so great about themselves and some people think so low about themselves. Both are problematic. Who am I? Adambhitvam, unpretentiousness. This is the greatest cause of stress. I am pretending whom I am not. If I am actually a horse, people will see the horse. But suppose I am a donkey, then I am pretending to be a horse. There will be stress. Be straight. Next is ahimsa. In thought, word, deed, no hurt. This should be one of the sankalpa we must take. Kshanti, we have already seen 5 levels of forgiveness, that I don't feel hurt only by other person's word. Arjavam, uprightness. Uprightness means straightforwardness. No crookedness. This sankalpa I must take that I will not talk negative about second person to third person. This is not uprightness. Acharya Upasanam, serving the teacher. I must have all the time I'm taking this knowledge, so much difference in me, but I am not doing any service. No seva bhav coming. Shaucham we saw different things are there. Swachhata, Sundarta, Pavitrata, Shuddhata. Then that is beautiful Shaucham. Purity, cleanliness, then beauty, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, that is Shaucham. My body must be like that, my house must be like that because these both are temples of God. Sthiriam, steadfastness that now my goal is to know the knower, full stop. Once I resolve this, God helps. If I don't resolve this, then God say, okay, you still are interested in the known. So you are घूमते रहो और जन्म भर. Then you come to the knower. Atma vinigraha, self-control. Indriyartheshu, indifference to object of senses, because senses see the known. Now I am interested in the knower where senses are not required. Vairagyam, dispassion towards the false. Kshetra, because then only I will be interested in Kshetrajna. Anahankara, absence of egoism. Now today we know, who am I? Bhagavan says, you are not there only. I am only experiencing this. I only created this world. I am only experiencing this world through different bodies, senses. That is a game what has been going on. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. This is the perception I must have, that this life is about birth, sorrow of growing up, sorrow of middle age, sorrow of old age, death, and then somebody goes and there is still more sorrow. What a challenge. I am not ready to accept that as the milk becomes curd, one person has already gone from here, but so happy that the person has already taken another birth there and enjoying. But no sorrow. So I must have that vision of knowledge to accept this. Asakti. Asakti means non-attachment. Guruji says, जो आसक्ति है वो जा भी सकती है. Not identification
It
of
is
this.
not asakti, Prasad, asakti.
Asakti.
Asakti
Non-attachment.
will be attachment.
Non-attachment. Asakti, correct. Putradhara gruha dishu means attachment to son, wife, home. This is our maximum attachment. Son, wife, home means spouse, children, and his property, achievements, power, fame. Bhagavan says, give up this is all mine, and you focus on the knower. Nityam samachittatvam ishta anishta upapadishu means constant even-mindedness on desirable, undesirable object. Both are same, stone, mud, not transaction level, psychological dependence. Ananya Yoga, Bhagavan will come to this everywhere in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan says, Na Anya, who is a Bhakta, who is never Vibhakta. Only love God, not God plus I love family, plus that all duties you do, but love God. Unswerving devotion of non-separation. Vivikta Desha. Then what is to be done? Restore to solitary place, and with this dispassion towards the Kshetra, then focus on the knower, and this knower will take you to the Kshetrajna 2 will take you to the Kshetrajna 1. If I focus on Kshetrajna 2, this Kshetrajna 2 will dissolve and then I will realize Kshetrajna 1. Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam. This Jnana will become Nitya then. Constancy in self-knowledge. Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. I will realize the Tattva of this reality, that is the knower. So, okay, 3 topics are over. What is the 4th? Neyam. 6 topics are there. What is Neyam? What is to be known? Bhagavan says, the only thing to be known in this is Kshetrajna 1, that is Brahman, that is Anadit Param. So, drop interest in that which is temporary, changing. Now you focus on Kshetrajna number 1. Who has to focus on Kshetrajna number 1? Kshetrajna number 2. And what are the qualities of attributes of it? Beginningless, endless, borderless, divisionless, partless. And what will the result? Result of knowing will be fearless, limitless, sorrowless, angerless, deathless, birthless, immortal bliss. That is my nature. And I am searching in the known, which I can never find. So goal of life is what? This is the goal of life, is to know. That is the Neyam. So we saw the 4 terms. Know the knower is the 4th answer to the 4th question. Know the knower. The K2 has to know the K1. But still 2 are remaining. What is Purusha and Prakriti? Purusha is equal to Kshetrajna 2. That is the knower of the field, experiencer, doer, enjoyer, jiva bhava, ego, I notion, lower self. How come? But then you told Purushottama Yoga, no, that is Purusha number 1. So that is the reason this chapter is slightly confusing, because Bhagwan has used different words. So here Purusha 2 means Kshetrajna 2, that is the Jiva Bhava. And what is Prakriti? Kshetra. But why there are different terms? Cause of the world of matter. World of matter is Kshetra. Cause of that world is Prakriti, which operates through 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So I am interested in it. No, Bhagavan says, I am investing one more important independent chapter in Prakriti, because now still you are interested in Prakriti but not Purusha. And which Purusha I must be interested? Supreme Purusha, Purushottama Yoga. This 15th chapter name is Purushottama Yoga. That Purusha I must seek, and that is Kshetrajna number 1. How to realize that? Kshetrajna number 1, that is Supreme Purusha 1. By 4 ways, Bhagavan says. Dhyana Yoga, by meditation, there will be union. Aham Brahmasmi, I will realize that I am that. Kshetrajna 1 will realize Kshetrajna 2, I will realize I am Kshetrajna 1. Jnana Yoga, by listening with faith to the Shastra, that will give clarity. Karma Yoga, by steadfastness of duties as worship to God, by serving others. So I must also ask that what is the service I am doing, and whether that service attitude is there in me when I am doing some work for Chinmay Mission or somebody else. Bhakti Yoga, by Ananya Bhakti, devotion, love. Suppose my temperament is more emotional, then I must choose this path, but Ananya Bhakti, only God. What is the result? This is the last verse of 13th chapter, that those who perceive with the eyes, Kshetra Jnana Chakshusha. What? Kshetra Kshetrajna Yore va Mantaram means this difference between the Kshetra and the Kshetrajna, the knowledge, this knowledge part, not actually separating the difference between the body and the knower of the body, and follow the 4 yogas, Bhuta Prakriti Moksham, and what the person will get? Attain the supreme destination, Te Param, highest I will get. What will be the realization now? I realize that I am not the body, mind, intellect, Kshetra, I notion, Kshetrajna number 2, but I realize that my real nature is Sat, Chit, Ananda, Kshetrajna number 1, pure existence, consciousness, infinite bliss. That am I. Moksha, what is the definition of moksha? No moha, no shoka, no krodha, no bhaya. What a beautiful thing. So that's the reason Bhagavad Gita knowledge is so inspiring, because it promises these 4 things that it will remove it. And then I will realize supreme destination, that is total fulfillment with permanent unbroken bliss. Fearless bliss. Our happiness today is with fear, anxiety. It will go. It is temporary, but fearless bliss. So let's quickly in 1 minute summarize. 6 terms are explained in this chapter. Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. What is Kshetra? 24 plus 7 elements, and that is also called as Prakriti. Prakriti is actually the cause of Kshetra, but different words Bhagavan has used. As in the last chapter, those who are studying, Sannyas and Tyaga are used. So to distinguish, Arjuna has asked the question in the 18th chapter. Similarly here, Kshetrajna, number 1, beginningless, imperishable, Satchitananda, illuminator, Drashta, pure consciousness, that is Purusha 1, Supreme Purusha. Kshetrajnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. This sentence I must by heart. Whenever I say I am bothered, I am worried, I am unhappy, I must remember, oh, but Kshetrajna chapimam vidhi. Bhagavan says, I am the knower, don't worry. Kshetrajna 2, witness, reflected consciousness, ego, I notion, illusory entity which is between Atma and body, It has no non-existence, it has no pure existence. It is illusory, in between. What is jnanam? The true knowledge in this distinction to know experientially. So 20 detergents or values are given. That is the real knowledge, because that why it is called as knowledge, because the knowledge happens in the mind and this knowledge purifies the mind. So 20 detergents are given. Neyam, what is worth knowing in this human life before we die? That Kshetrajna number 1, knowledge of the knower is the main knowledge. No, what about knowledge of God? Bhagavan says even God will be appearing and telling, no, first know yourself and know that I am you. When I went in search of God, I found myself. And when I found myself, I found God. Paths, 4 yogas as per your temperament. And what will be the result? Total fulfillment. So very, very interesting chapter. Worth pondering again and again and getting those equations very clearly. K1, K2, P1, P2. This I must be clear. And today, suppose I am able to separate, Bhagavan says, I will be most happy for you because you have separated now. Now there is no doubt who am I and who is God. Bhagavan says, Kshetrajnam chapimam. I am there. I am you only. Why are you worried? Thank you very much. So those who have still not separated and the shift they have not written and submitted to me, please do, because we are collating them and very, very interesting things people have written. But choice is yours. It is not compulsory, but I must introspect myself daily that what is the impurity, what is gone from my mind with this detergent which is called as this Brahma Vidya knowledge. Because Sa Vidya Ya Vimukte, knowledge is that which liberates us from impurities. So from tomorrow, Monday 7 to 7:45, Hanuman Chalisa, Chopai by Chopai, please attend. Very, very inspiring because Hanumanji is present here and now, Chiranjeevi. So Hanumanji's temples are more. Immediately the results are seen. Bhagwan has gone to Vaikuntha after Leela, but Hanumanji is here only. And not only you, but at least pass on in all your groups, because there are many, many people who chant Hanuman Chalisa but do not know exact word meaning of that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much for listening.